Hi, my name is Delina, and I'm one of the owners of Brookside, Barkery, and Bath. And I wanted to tell you a little story about how some of our pets influence our lives so dramatically that it changes the way your whole life evolves. So my inspiration was our St. Bernard Aspen, who you can see right behind me. She was a St. Bernard, or she is a St. Bernard. And she gave me the inspiration to create the Brookside Barkery and Bath because of her issues with irritable bowel, ear conditions, hip dysplasia, overweight. An incident happened, it was around 2001, 2002, where she had an episode of colitis and she couldn't get off our front porch because of the spasms. And this is, at that point in time, she was about a 150-pound dog. Long story short, I told her I would never let this happen to her again. At that point in time, she was about 4 years old. When the vet told me, because of her condition, because of her hips and her weight, she would probably not make it to the age of 6. So that got me thinking, I want her to live longer than 6 years old. I mean, she was a part of our family. I didn't want her to just die because of an issue. So we started researching diet. So I looked at what caused irritable bowel and what caused hip dysplasia. And I realized because of her diet, the condition was caused by that. So I started changing. And at that point in time, an opportunity came up in my personal life to change careers as well. So I kind of put the two together and I said, you know what? I think what I want to do is open an all-natural pet food store, because when I tried to look at foods for her, there was nowhere in town that we could buy what I needed to get her. So what we decided to do is look at where we are in our neighborhood and see what was around. So I did a lot of research. I really looked at the competition and found out what I needed to do. There was a storefront in our neighborhood. We had the opportunity to try to get it. One of the issues that they told me was because of pets. They were concerned about the smell and everything on the sidewalk. We had to put a little thing out on the sidewalk to wash down any of the little accidents that happened. And at one point in time, when I did make the presentation to the directors of the property, they barked at me. So, and I thought that was kind of coy of them to just bark at me. Today, they are really not barking and they're clapping. One of the other problems I had with our dog Aspen is to have a clean environment to bathe her and dry her. So what we did is incorporated our self-serve pet wash to make that a little easier for her, to keep her clean. So now today we have the Brookside Barkery and Bath, where we do have the self-serve pet wash, full line grooming. And if you don't want to bathe your pet yourself, we can bathe it for you. And then we have our biggest selection of all natural pet foods, including our raw food diet. So when everyone says the inspiration comes to them at some point in time with our Aspen, and she is no longer with us, she passed away last October, but she had a very, very good quality of life. And now, when she passed, it was like a thank you for giving her the opportunity to live as long as she did. And it was such a great passing. One of the things that I have to say is she influenced so many people, because after she passed, we put an email out letting all of our customers know that she was no longer with us. And the emails we got back, hundreds and hundreds of emails, letting us know how she influenced their lives as well, and teaching them the right way to feed their animal, and that they have been given an opportunity to enhance their quality of life for their pet. So I wear Aspen around my neck every day as a reminder that she created this store and that she is the one that still influences me today. When I have an animal come through here with some issues, I have to think, what is the best thing for that pet? As to what I did with Aspen, what was the best thing that we could do for her. And your mind just starts thinking, you know, you talk about the diet, you talk about the way they live, and, you know, their environment. There's so many issues that occur with an animal, like fertilizing lawns and how that influences an animal and you know, the health of them. So all these things come back, and I love it when a customer comes back, and we accept a lot of hugs here, and we go through a lot of Kleenexes sometimes. But the best thing is that we're actually influencing so many people's lives. And my granddaughter said it. When our granddaughters lived with us for 3 years when Aspen was with us. And when Aspen passed, and we told our youngest granddaughter, who was 4 at the time, and she said, Nana, she said, my eyes hurt. And I go, and I said, sweetie, why do your eyes hurt? And she goes, because Aspen's gone. And they hurt. So that's why this is such a passion for us. Because we don't want people's eyes to hurt. We don't want your dogs to hurt or your cats. And that's why it's so important for us to continue Aspen's legacy, to create better nutrition for better health. So that is the story of Brookside, Barkery, and Bass.